Hi chameleons.
My name's Camille and welcome back to another video. For this video, we are going to be doing a 24-hour reading challenge. I'm not going to be reading for 24 hours straight because I value my sleep and also I have to go to school. So I'm just going to be reading over the course of a few days and timing it on my phone and seeing how many books I can read in 24 hours. So this is my TBR for the video. Let me walk you through them. The first book I have is the first volume of Dr. Stone. I've watched about 10 episodes of this anime and I really liked it, so I wanted to check out the manga. I'm about halfway through this one, so I think this will just take me like 15 minutes. Next up, we have Page Boy by Elliot Page. This does not have the dust jacket on because my friend doesn't like dust jackets, and this is his copy. I've been wanting to read this book for a really long time. I love Elliot Page, and I really want to hear more about his experience as a trans man. Next up, we have All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the third book in the Naturals series. I am about this far in, and I only have about 12 days to finish this before I have to return it to the library, so this is on the top of my list. Next up, I have Erased by Ken Beisei. This is another manga. This is also being requested at the library, so I only have a little while to read it. It is a pretty thick book, but since it's a manga, I think it'll probably only take me like an hour and a half to read. I've also seen the anime for this, and I've heard that the manga is even better, so I'm really excited. Last up, we have Picture Us in the Light by Kelly Lloyd Gilbert. A friend of mine recommended this, and I've heard really good things, so I'm excited to read this. So let's get into it. I forgot to mention that I also have 2 audiobooks to read. I'm about 80% through The Space Between Here and Now by Sarah Sook, so I'm going to finish that. And I also have to read Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood for my book club. Gonna go on a walk? A walk? Come on, let's go. Come on. Just checking in, it's the end of day 2. I just got back from seeing The Battle of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a really good adaptation. And yeah, so I've read about 3 hours so far, and I finished The Space Between Now by Sarah Sook, and I started reading Within These Wicked Walls on audio, and now I'm about 15% through that, and I've read about 100 pages of All In. As you can see, it's a little shiny from library covering. Sorry I can't show you guys the timer since I film on my phone, but I did get a little bit of it here on my computer. My screen is so messed up, but yeah, I've been timing it on my computer and on my phone, just whatever's more convenient, and I'll make sure that I'll do the full 24 hours, I promise you guys that. Hi everyone, it's the next day. I washed my hair with hot water and now like all the pink is gone. It was worth it. Washing your hair with hot water is so nice. Anyways, I've read about 6 hours now. I really should be doing more. I've just been busy and I probably will be tomorrow, but I'm going to try to do more reading. I did mostly audiobook reading. I'm about 70% of the way through Within These Wicked Walls, and I'm planning on finishing it tomorrow because the day after I have to have it done for my book club. I procrastinated it. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys later. I'm about to work on a diamond painting, and I just wanted to mention that I'm going to be listening to Six of Crows on audio, and I'm also reading I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman, or I think it's Jacqueline. I don't know how to speak French. But anyways, as you can see, I read like 10 books at once. It's really whatever I'm in the mood for. Hello, it's 2 days later. I didn't do an update yesterday because I had a school dance. And because of that, and also I just had a very busy day, I wasn't able to do too much reading, but I read about 2 hours of Erased and Six of Crows. I got Six of Crows on audiobook. I did the Audible 30-day trial, and so now I'm about 60% through that, which I'm really happy about because I'm really liking this book so far, but it was just a little hard to get into. So I've also been listening to the Six of Crows audiobook today, and I've probably listened to about 3 to 4 hours of that. And so now I'm at about 16 hours of reading. I do have the weekend tomorrow, so I think my 24-hour reading challenge. So my stopwatch kept being weird and it kept going back to 0, but I did keep track of everything and I have gotten to 24 hours. I won't be able to show you on my phone because it was all weird, but trust me, I did read for 24 hours. It did take me about a week or so, and I read 5 books, and those books were The Space Between Here and Now by Sarah Suk, Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and Erased Volume 1 by Kei Senbei. I also read 20% of A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber, which is the 3rd book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And I read a little bit of Cobalt Red, which is a nonfiction book about cobalt mining in the Congo. So let me give you my individual reviews on all of these. So The Space Between Here and Now by Sarah Suk is about a girl named Amy, and she has a fictional ailment called sensory time warp disorder, or STWD, that causes her to go back into memories for certain amounts of time. During this time, she completely disappears from the world and reappears once she goes back into real life. Her mom left her and her dad when she was very young, and so she wants to go back to Korea to find her mom, especially because her relationship with her dad has not been going well, and she just wants a change of scenery. This is set in Vancouver, and then they go to Seoul. I thought this was a really interesting book, and I really liked the magical realism, and there was a little bit of a romance subplot, which I enjoyed, and also the best friend wasn't ditched. The main character actually kept in contact with her, which I really appreciated, and I think I'm going to give this book 4 stars. Next, I read Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood. So this is a fantasy standalone about a girl named Andromeda, who is what's called a Debtera, so she's essentially an exorcist. And so she has been thrown out onto the street by her mentor, and she really needs a job. So she is asked by the owner of a cursed mansion to cleanse the evil eye. She has a romance subplot with the owner of the mansion, and there's a lot of really cool fantasy aspects, as well as found family in a sense. I gave this one 3.5 stars. Okay, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This one needs no introduction. This was an amazing book. I loved it so much. I don't know if I got that 5-star feeling, you know? So I think for now I'm going to give it a 4.5, 4.75, but I might change that in the future, especially after I read Crooked Kingdom, which I'm going to do very soon, because I need more of the series. I loved all of the characters so much. And so if you don't know what Six of Crows is about, which I applaud you, it's really hard to avoid it on book 2 and book talk. It's set in the Grishaverse, which is where Shadow and Bone is also set, and it follows a ragtag group of 6 people who all want money for different reasons, and they are willing to do an impossible heist for it. I'm not going to say too much more because I think you should go into it blind and just get immersed in the world, and yeah, highly recommend. Next up, I read All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the 3rd book in the Natural series. I can't say too much about it, you know, because it is the 3rd book in the series, but the 1st book follows 5 kids named Dean, Cassie, Sloane, Leah, and Michael, and they are all very skilled in different ways. For example, Leah can detect lies, and Michael can read emotions on people's faces. So these are very helpful for the FBI, and they recruit these teenagers to be part of the FBI and to solve cold cases. is. In book 3, it's definitely spiraled from there, but I really like this book. I liked it more than the other ones, but I'm gonna sit on the rating because I did just finish it today, but I really like the ending. Last up, I read Erased by Ken Beisei, which is a manga, and the anime is super faithful to the manga, but I haven't seen the anime in a long time, so it was interesting to see the plot points that I'd forgotten about. I really enjoyed it, and I like the art style. I think I like it a little bit more in the anime, but I did appreciate it. Once again, I read this one today. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna rate it, but I think I'm leaning towards a 4. So yeah, that's all I read in 24 hours. Maybe I'll do a 24-hour straight reading challenge, but that will destroy me. I mean, I do have winter break coming up, and I don't have anything to do, so like, maybe I'll consider it, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you later.